That's an ironic song to play, Bill. I can see clearly now as I walk in. That's Johnny Nash. As we come to the KOY studio under repair this morning, and there are no lights on in here, except in our main studio. Everything else is dark, so we cannot see too clearly this morning. Lights are out in the coffee machine room, and that's the most important room of all, of course, in the morning, and most of the KOY building. So I don't know whether we have a power outage somewhere besides here, but we definitely do. And we have our little hamster on a rubbing its feet on a carpet to keep the lights going in here this morning.
Deer Valley Air Service, a complete modern aviation facility bringing you the best flying in Arizona and the finest aircraft in the country by Piper. An FAA-approved flight school with complete avionics and maintenance shops, anywhere, anytime, 24-hour charter service, and all with a special kind of Deer Valley Air Service. They're just east of the Black Canyon Freeway on Deer Valley Road at the base of the tower. Fulfilling Arizona's private and business aviation needs, Deer Valley Air Service, helping you to get it off the ground.
Well, we'll try to get it off. By the way, good morning. Excuse me as I clear my throat here. It's a pretty morning. It's 69 degrees, even though it's lights are out in most places around here. 69 at KOY and 72 out at Sky Harbor International. This is the Bill Heywood Spree here on September 20th, 1977. 263rd day of the year. The moon is in its first quarter. Virgo people were born today. Sophia Loren's 43rd birthday today. Happy birthday to both of you. 5:40 this morning at KOY as we sail away and get it off the ground with Sam Neely.
Across the bay, lady waits to hold me tight, and my boat and I are ready to set sail. If the weather keeps on holding and the wind is right, I'll be wrapped up in my sweet one's arms tonight, and we will sail away on the wings of love into the night, cast out our fortunes on the sea, and we'll go to sleep together with the rocking of the water. We'll dream of how our life will someday be. She sailed away with me. As I skip across the waves, my sails are high and full, and my mind is on the one away to sea. I dream about an island somewhere in my mind, where someday I will take her off with me, and we will sail away on the wings of love into the night, cast out our fortunes on the sea, and we'll go to sleep together with the rocking of the water, dream of how our life will someday be. She sailed away with me. A smile comes upon me as I look across the bow. I see the lady on the other side. She will wait no more as I head toward the shore, 'cause tonight I'm gonna take her for a ride, and we will sail away
Bubba Sam Neely sailing away in the morning on your sweet child here with Bill at 544 KOY. We'll look at all this weather stuff here in a minute.
Welcome to the Shipstads and Johnson Ice Follies. Did you know that Big Bird can ice skate?
I didn't know that.
Have you ever fed a Cookie Monster?
Can I?
Can you just imagine how funny Bert and Ernie must look on ice?
Yeah!
All your Sesame Street favorites are just waiting for you and skating for you in the funniest, familiest show on ice. Shipstads and Johnson Ice Follies, just perfect for kids.
Meet Cookie Monster at your nearest J.C. Penney store. Consult Penney's ad in Tuesday's Republican Gazette for times and locations.
Hello, you're the 230th client I've called on this month. Would you be interested?
If you're tired of reaching customers the hard way, let Dialogue Corporation help you. We personally telephone your clients and then play your pre-recorded message. Client responses are tape-recorded automatically and transcribed for your immediate action. For more information, call 249-4000. Let Dialogue speak for you. Call 249-4000 today.
All right, 5:45 in the morning at KOY. Well, it looks like we got another weather story in the Northern California area. Could be the beginning of the end of the worst drought in the state's history. They had some rain yesterday. That's good news. It looks like the federal weather people, weather forecasters, say another cold winter in the east possible. The southwest, we're supposed to have a mild one, but in the Mississippi Valley, a little colder than normal. Here in the southwest this morning, skies will be mostly sunny today. Some high clouds at times, but winds will cause some problems. Little 15 to 30 mile an hour dudes running around expected in the southwest, but nevertheless, mostly sunny and nice. Vegas up to 88, and Los Angeles 75, San Diego 74. We had a hot 101 yesterday, a little warmer than Ed thought it was going to be. And sunshine, but not quite as warm today and tomorrow. High today in the about 98, and Wednesday about 95. Start cooling off. At KOY Place, 69. Sky weather clear, 40-mile visibility, and let's see, beautiful Yuma has 74. Winds low with a 53. New York showers in 68 this morning. Clouds and a cool 48 Minneapolis. Chicago cloudy and 60. Cleveland foggy and 60. Vegas 72 right now. San Francisco 62.
55 Phoenix, KOY.
Heywood and our traveling medicine and road show at 5:46 on this Tuesday morning. As we kind of get down and get a little sultry with Crystal Gale.
Don't know when I've been so blue. Don't know what's come over you. You found someone new, and don't it make my brown eyes blue? I'll be fine when you're gone. I'll just cry all night long. Say it is untrue, and don't it make my brown eyes blue? Tell me no secrets, tell me some lies. Give me no reasons, give me alibis. Tell me you love me and don't let me cry. Say anything, but don't say goodbye. I didn't mean to treat you bad. Didn't know just what I had, but honey, now I do. And don't it make my brown eyes, don't it make my brown eyes, don't it make my brown eyes blue? Don't it make my brown eyes, don't it make my brown eyes, don't it make my brown eyes blue?
Sock it to me, crystal honey. Don't it make my brown eyes blue. 5:49 at KOY. Well, the Pittsburgh Steelers made the San Francisco eyes blurry last night, beating them in NFL action 27-0. 49ers looked a little hapless, didn't they? I don't know whether it was that much Pittsburgh or just just a little bit slow. I don't know what that was. Whether that's going to be their season. The San Francisco fans are in for a long season. Known to games in the National League last night, Ernie Shavers has opened up his training camp preparation for his big bout with Muhammad Ali on September 29th. He's been training in Calcutta, Ohio. Nobody knows why, but nevertheless, he has been. All right, it's 5:49 in the morning.
Sanderson Ford. There's all the difference in the world.
Don Sanderson Ford is a full-service dealership selling cars and trucks with a complete service department. No job is too big or too small. And Sanderson Ford has parts. Nobody in the Southwest has a better inventory. And not only can you buy a car or truck, you can lease one unit or an entire fleet. Don Sanderson Ford has men qualified to sit with you and work out a lease calculated to your individual needs and specific applications. Pick your new Ford from one of the best assortments in the valley. The entire transaction handled right at the dealership. Don Sanderson Ford, 5300 Grand Avenue in Glendale.
Let us be the one we turn to. Don Sanderson Ford. There's all the difference in the world.
All the difference in the world. Sweet Bill in the Heywood this morning at 5:50. 69 degrees. Nice. Going to be about 98. Here's Jimmy Buffett.
Nibbling on sponge cake, watching the sun bake. All of those tourists covered with oil, strumming my six-string on my front porch swing. Smell those shrimp, they're beginning to boil. Wasting away again in Margaritaville, searching for my lost sugar salt. Some people claim that there's a woman to blame, but I know nobody's fault. Don't know the reason, stayed here all season. Nothing to show but this brand new tattoo. But it's a real beauty, a Mexican cutie. How it got here, I haven't a clue. Wasting away again in Margaritaville, searching for my lost sugar salt. Some people claim that there's a woman to blame. Now I think, hell, it could be my fault. Flip-flop, stepped on a pop-top, cut my heel, had to cruise on back home. But there's booze in the blender, and soon it will render that frozen concoction that helps me hang on.
That's Little Margaritaville, yes. Jimmy Buffett on KOY. Heywood, as we buffet you with the airwaves this morning. No air conditioning.
From the land we know as Mexico, where ancient temples still reach upward to the sun, we have inherited exotic dishes which tempt the appetites of all who live in the Southwest. These are foods which found their beginning among the Aztecs, which have been cultivated by the French, Spanish, and Italians. And in the Southwest, there are only a few restaurants that can recreate these dishes as they truly are south of the border. These restaurants are called Macayo. For 30 years, Macayo has found its roots in Mexico, gathering the honored recipes that exist nowhere else north of the border. Like enormous piñatas, they are filled with foods from another world that reflect different cultures and different times. You must visit these restaurants soon and see why in the Southwest the legend of Macayo is growing everywhere.
Just Macayos as we go. They have a favorite dish there called the Panama Canal Treaty. It's here at Phoenix on Tuesday, September 20th. Bill Heywood with HG. Got all the news you want to know.
KOY News Center. This is H.G. Listiak with the 6 o'clock news on KOY Phoenix. Just about everyone in the small Pennsylvania town of Breezewood was rousted out of bed by police this morning when a tank truck carrying hazardous chemicals caught fire. About 2,000 people were evacuated when deadly sulfur dioxide fumes spread through the community. In a similar but unrelated incident today, some residents of Mansfield, Ohio were forced out of their homes briefly when a container of cyanide gas exploded during a fire at a metal plating company. No serious casualties reported in either gas incident. We'll have more news after this.
Peabody, our cash flow is not flowing.
No, sir.
Look at Willow's Pillows. They've owed us $22,000 for 5 months.
Well, sir, I keep writing them letters, and the last one I stamped fourth request.
Fourth?
In our darkest ink.
Peabody,
Excuse me. Hello. Well, we just haven't had the cash.
Oh, who is it?
And, I know that, yeah, it makes sense. I understand. I'll get a check out to you today.
Who was that?
One of our suppliers. We owed him $2,000 for 2 weeks.
Well, how are we going to pay them if we don't hear from Willow's Pillows?
You're right. I'll send another letter out to them, and I'll mark it please.
Oh.
Pretty please. Or maybe a messenger, a big messenger. I'll send a big messenger.
You can't always count on the mailman or woman. It takes too many days with too many delays. That's why Mountain Bell has designed a program to help you collect past due out-of-town accounts faster by long distance. Call Mountain Bell, 1-800-821-2121.
1-800-821-2121.
John Harvey Adamson is expected again to take the stand today in the trial of Max Dunlap and James Robison, who are charged in the bomb killing of Phoenix newsman Don Bowles in June of 1976. State Department of Public Safety plans to begin its crackdown on highway speeders with its new patrol teams today. The first team will operate along a mile strip of Interstate 17 about 20 miles south of Flagstaff. Authorities say the average highway speed in the state is 67 miles an hour, and the new team of police patrols are designed to get motorists to drive at 55 miles an hour, the national limit. Congressman Mo Udall introduces legislation designed to expedite selection and construction of overland crude oil pipelines to move Alaskan oil to the west, including Arizona. The First National Bank of Arizona released its monthly economic survey of the state. The bank Vice President Ken Ross says the outlook is for continued growth, probably a little slower than the first half of the year, but still continued growth. Ross says retail sales are doing well, and the coming Christmas season should be a good one for the merchants.
If any strength is occurring in retail sales, is coming from the higher income groups, those that are the household income is about $15,000 or more. The lower income groups, obviously, they may have bought that new car, but now they're still faced with the fact that we've got a fairly high rate of inflation out there. So what spending, if at all, occurs is going to be still to come from these higher income groups.
But Ross says with the price of new cars going up again, the sales of new cars will probably slow down in the next few months. In KOY Sports, the Phoenix Suns are off at training camp with optimism evident all over the place. All-star guard Paul Westphal says the Suns are as good now as they ever were.
It's pretty much the same category, with the major exception that I hope will stay healthy this year. I thought we had a good team last year that we put together, and I think that Boosie can strengthen us. I think Bayard Forrest can help, and Walter Davis certainly can help. I think the major question mark right now is whether Curtis Perry can come back to the way he was 2 years ago.
Paul Westphal, all-star guard, all everything, says he's ready. In NFL action on the home wrecker last night, it was the Pittsburgh Steelers wrecking San Francisco 27-0, and Ernie Shavers has opened up his New York phase of his training camp in preparation for his September 29th heavyweight title bout against champion Muhammad Ali. That's the latest news on KOY Valley Weather after this.
We've been in Arizona since the state began. We're Arizona through and through. We're your kind of people. We're Arizona people. We're just right for you.
If you've been thinking about a new car, you've had a lot on your mind. You've got to have just the right size, the right feel, the right color, and the right gas mileage. At the Arizona Bank, we know about things being just right. So when you finally decide on the right car, ask your dealer for Arizona Bank financing. Or if you want, come see us. We get as big a kick out of buying a car as you do.
We're your kind of people. We're Arizona people. We're just right for you. We're the Arizona Bank, and we're just right for you.
Mostly sunny and cooler through Wednesday, says the Ed Phillips KOY Weather Center. Breezy at times both days. Today's high near 98, down to 95. Tomorrow, the overnight low in the upper 60 range. Currently, the winds are out of the south at 9 miles an hour. Visibility, 60 miles already. Relative humidity, 41%, and the current temperature here in the valley, 70 degrees. From the KOY News Center, this is H.G. Listiak.
Thanks, H. Good morning. It's 6:05 at Phoenix on Tuesday the 20th. This is the Bill Heywood program again, which proves that everybody can make mistakes.
LA is fine, the sun shines most of the time, and the feeling is laid back. Palm trees grow and rents are low, but you know, keep thinking about making my way back. Well, I'm New York City born and raised, but nowadays I'm lost between two shores. LA's fine, but it ain't home. New York's home, but it ain't mine no more. I am myself to no one there, and no one heard at all, not even the chair. I am, I cried. I am, said I, and I am lost, and I can't even say why. Leaving me lonely still. Did you ever read about a frog who dreamed of being a king and then became one? Well, except for the names and a few other changes, if you talk about me, the story's the same one. But I got an emptiness deep inside that I tried, but it won't let me go. And I'm not a man who likes to swear, but I never cared for the sound of being
share. I am, I cried. I am, said I. And I am lost and I can't even say why. I am, I said.
That's me. Here I am, I said to the chair and to the lights and to the air conditioner this morning. That's some Neil Diamond, and this is some Bill Heywood with you at 6:09, the 20th of September. Good morning. Story this morning on the front page of the paper that the New York Times reports that an out-of-court settlement will leave Jacqueline Kennedy Onassis with $20 million from the estate of her late husband, Aristotle. The Times says the settlement is double what Mrs. Onassis would have got under the terms of her late husband's will, and 7 times what she would have received had he lived to complete divorce proceedings friends say that he was planning. But Aristotle's daughter, Christina, offered to give Jacqueline $20 million just to get her out of the estate, just to forget it. $20 million in return for abandoning all further claims to his estate. And that's about double what she normally would have gotten. So she took it. I don't blame her. $20 million to leave everything else alone and to abandon all of her claims. And so that's not bad. Was it our grist mill the other day on our program predicted that next time Jacqueline would marry for money? I believe it.
Hurry to the door of a Whataburger store where a glass is waiting to be collected by you. Now, you can get Tiffany-style glasses at Whataburger. Every time you go to Whataburger and order the Coca-Cola special, you'll not only get a big 16-ounce cup of refreshing Coke, you'll get a glass to go along with it for only 59 cents. It's a beautifully styled Spanish Tiffany Coke glass, and it's only at Whataburger. So hurry to Whataburger and get your Tiffany glass. And while you're there, have a Whataburger. Cooked to your order with everything you want. It'll be fresh and hot and good. But you better hurry. We've already started giving out the glasses. And the offer is good only while supply lasts at participating Whataburger stores. Whataburgers are great because they don't sit and wait. So you know it's true. We don't start without you. 16-ounce Coke in Tiffany-style glass. Only 59 cents at Whataburger.
6:11 at KOY. It's 70 degrees now at KOY in Phoenix. We've got some upper air stuff from the west coast coming slowly this way, according to Ed Phillips, and which may bring us some gusty afternoon winds and a little cooler temperatures. We're going to have about 98 today. We had 101 yesterday, and Ed's embarrassed about that. Today, about 96 at Tucson, 74 in Flag for the high. And the warmest spot was beautiful Buckeye with about 104. We're nice this morning, though, 69 or 70. Close, right in there somewhere. Here in Phoenix, here at KOY, it's a little warmer in our studio. So our new air conditioning system is working well. Our new air conditioning system is called Winter.
I see faces covered up in empty eyes, empty spaces where there used to be a soul inside. Nothing to know and never get to them. Seems to make you blur right through them. Believing in God, you never knew them. I believe in love. I believe in love. I do. I believe I'm feeling good. I'm feeling love. Is feeling good. I believe in love. Feeling love is feeling good. Worrying. Time and up your money tree. You got to hide, yeah. Monkey do what the monkey see. You're on a one-way street and you're speeding. Listen to signs you should be reading. That's the things you let up in reading. I believe love. I believe that nobody told me. Always knew it. Nobody told me. I believe in someone who told me. I believe in love. I believe in love. I do. I believe I'm feeling good. name, and from Sunday I believe in love. I believe that nobody told me, only knew it, nobody told me. I believe in someone to hold me, I believe in love. I believe in love, I do. I believe I'm feeling good. Yes, somebody should. I believe in feeling good. Believe
I Believe in Love. That's Kenny Loggins at KOY this morning. 6:15 Heywood program. Time check for you. Thank you. This is the anniversary. This is the 20th of September this morning. And it's the anniversary of the founding of the Equal Rights Party back in 1884. And because of that, you know, yesterday I was chatting about Hannies, and I mentioned outstanding salesmen. And I failed to mention outstanding salespersons. Well, their salesmen are all outstanding, friendly and alert and knowledgeable, kind of guys who never forget an anniversary or remember an argument that you had with them or anybody else. Nice guys, they are. And I heard from some of the salespeople down at Hannies, the females. And what about us, Heywood? You ding-dong. We're salespeople. So let me hasten to correct the impression that Hannies is staffed strictly with salesmen. There are a lot of nice ladies selling in their men's department, and they know what they're talking about. And, of course, a lot of Hannies customers rely on them because they know what they are talking about. And I almost made another sexist, chauvinistic statement by saying that if they say a shirt or casual slack wash beautifully, they probably wash them. Well, that's not necessarily the case nowadays, is it? Because in this new age of liberated homes, men are doing the washing as well as the women, and doing the dishes if the dishwasher is broken. So that not necessarily means anything, that the wife or the woman has necessarily washed them or wonders about socks or darn socks. That is old stuff. You don't darn socks anymore, do you? Do you? Throw them away or put them on the end of the mop. Whatever. Whatever. If you want a salesman who knows what he or she is talking about and get to know one, pick out your favorite. Stop into Hannies soon and let your favorite salesperson, whoever he or she may be, show you the newest fall arrivals. You know, new things are always going on at Hannies. Speaking of that, about women, young women attracted to the role of the average housewife have dropped from 42% to 25% during the past 6 years. No more role-playing, folks. 25% of women are attracted to the role of housewife, because the role of housewife isn't that attractive, let's face it. But they took a survey of 14 to 25-year-olds, and they say they expect to end up housewives anyway. At least 49% of them expect to end up being housewives anyway in that 14 to 25-year-old group. They think. That's what you think when you're 14, that you might end up being. I doubt it, though. Most of women now want to be 14-year-olds. I want to be a pilot, right? I want to be a disc jockey, news person. Look at Barbara Walters, all of that stuff. So the figures are rather deceiving because most of the people in the workforce now are just about even, just about more, as many women, if not more, as many women as men. And a lot of the good ones are at Hannies. Pick out your favorite.
Bill Heywood in the morning. It's Sweet William in the morning. 55 Phoenix, KOY.
Shoulder to the wheel here at KOY Phoenix. Johnny Rivers way into the music this morning. 69 degrees this morning. A lot of stuff coming to town. We'll tell you about that. Bars is here in our chapter 2700 of The Shaft of Life this morning.
Late at night and we're all alone. Just the music on the radio. No one's coming, no one's gone. The telephone. Just me and you and the lights down low. And we're slow dancing, swaying to the music. Slow dancing. Just me and my girl, slow dancing, swaying to the music. No one else in the whole wide world. together when the lights are low. Shadows dancing all across the wall. Music's playing so soft and slow. The rest of the world so far away and small, when we're slow dancing, swaying to the music. Slow dancing, just me and my girl. Slow dancing, swaying to the music. No one else in the whole wide world. Hold me. Dance together in the dark. So much love in this heart of mine. Whisper to me, hold me tight. You're the one I thought I'd never find. Now we're slow dancing, swaying to the music. Slow dancing, just me and my girl. Slow dancing, swaying to the music. No one else in the whole wide world. Slow dancing, swaying to the music. Slow dancing, just me and my girl. Slow dancing, swaying to the music. No one else in the whole wide world. Whole wide world.
Johnny Rivers, slow dancing, playing, fooling around to the music here at KOY 622. A lot of people coming to town, huh? Crystal Gale coming to town tonight out at Mr. Lucky's. Minnie Ripperton will be here September 30th. And I think Maria Moldauer will be here next Sunday out at Dooley's. 622 this morning, KOY, and at 69 degrees, going to about 98.
You may think all real estate agencies are basically alike, that you can expect about the same from one as another. But there's one real estate organization that sells more than anybody. Not be going anywhere at all. So talk to Realty Executives, your resident professionals.
Circle K food stores now offer a real break for anyone on a lunch break. It's Circle K's new Minute Menu. It's a lot faster than fast food restaurants and longer on variety. Hefty sandwiches and light yogurts, hot and cold drinks, cheeses, pies, puddings, all ready to go when you're ready to pick them out. There's even a do-it-yourself microwave oven. For burgers, franks, or burritos, just turn on the heat and they're ready to eat. Circle K's new Minute Menu. It's a lunch break breakthrough.
Thank you, Fred. 623 at KOY. Boxing tonight. Bad news, Wallace of Phoenix goes against Roy Jones at Kalamazoo, Michigan. 10-round bout in Phoenix Civic Plaza tonight. Of course, bad news is 16 in zip, and Jones is 13-1-1. Dr. Ed Updegraff of Tucson got a 76. My favorite doctor. I'd like to try and get him at the office, huh? Last night and Monday night at the Boob Tube, it was Pittsburgh stomping San Francisco 27-0 in professional football. And Scottsdale Community College is forfeiting its first 2 football games because of what the coach calls a little misunderstanding over eligibility rules concerning transfer students, or whoops. 624.
With the radio on, moonlight falls like rain. Soft summer nights spent thinking of you. When will I see you again? Soft and low, the music moans. I can't stop thinking about you. Thinking about you. I didn't know
long, waiting and wondering about you. I didn't know it would last so long. Nights are forever without you. Still dance with the wind and the sky. The sun will be coming up soon, but I just can't sleep for thinking of you here alone with the moon. Soft and low, the music moans. I can't stop thinking about you, thinking about you. I didn't know it would be so strong, waiting and wondering about you. I didn't know it would last so long. Nights are forever without you. Nights are forever without you.
Nights are forever without you. England Dan and John Ford Coley this morning. 6:27 at KOY.
Weeknights at 10, you'll find two contestants trying to guess how each of 6 celebrities feels about an interesting problem or an intriguing situation. When they come up with the right answer, you have a Hollywood Connection. Jim Lang is your host for this season's most provocative game show, and it's new for you on TV5. The Hollywood Connection, Monday through Friday nights at 10. Make it part of your life on KPHO TV5.
Wanna see you seeing fine again, looking better than you've ever looked before.
During the back-to-school season, Lee Optical is offering a 15% discount on all merchandise from single vision glasses to soft contact lenses for the entire family. So bring in Mom and the kids. And if you need glasses, save 15%.
Lee makes the world look better, you're seeing fine and looking good.
6:28 here at KOY, the Bill Heywood program. We're constructing a brand new La Cantina Lounge here in the KOY beautiful building. Let's check in this morning and find out if there are any electricians in the La Cantina Lounge. Always some interesting characters in there.
Don't look now, but I have 3 knees.
Hey! That song you just heard is from my first full-length motion picture. Hey there, it's Yogi Bear.
That'll go down on today's discrepancy report.
And it comes in these lovely decorator colors. Fried chicken green, cassava melon purple, peanut butter magenta, Smothers Brothers puce, and French fried potato balls. Say, you wouldn't be interested in purchasing a sexy picture of the Grand Canyon, would you?
What an ugly animal.
Well, our usual cast in the KOY La Cantina Lounge this morning. Going places and losing things like lights, heat, air. Joe Adams, KOY News, coming up.
From the KOY News
Center, this is Joe Adams with the 6:30 news on KOY Phoenix. 2,000 people have been evacuated from Breezewood, Pennsylvania this morning. They were rousted out of bed when a tank truck loaded with sulfur dioxide caught fire, spreading a deadly cloud over the whole town. About the same thing happened at Mansfield, Ohio. A container of cyanide gas exploded during a fire at a metal plating company, and the people living nearby all had to be moved. Milk price fixing in the news this morning in a moment.
There's a bright sun in your Arizona sky. Life says go, you're ready to try. Don't let your dreams just pass you by, 'cause it's a great day to start your greater Arizona life.
You know, buying a new home is something a lot of people dream about. For a long time, we've been making dreams like that come true with a home loan from Greater Arizona Savings. If you're thinking about buying your dream home, stop in and see us. We'd like to be a part of this exciting step in your life and all the new things it brings. Make your dreams for tomorrow come true. Start your Greater Arizona life today.
Greater Arizona Savings wants to help your dreams come true. And a Greater Arizona life makes the future bright for you.
An equal housing lender.
U.S. District Court Judge Carl Mickey has ordered 14 milk company employees to testify in a civil class action suit accusing 4 Arizona dairies of federal price-fixing violations. The employees previously testified in secret grand jury proceedings that resulted in criminal indictments against the dairies and 6 executives. The witnesses are current or former employees of Shamrock Foods Company, Foremost McKesson Incorporated, and the Carnation Company, 3 of the 4 defendants. The judge says that he'll rule later on whether 8 more people connected with Borton, the 4th defendant, would be ordered to testify. The state legislature will find the money to upgrade and expand facilities at the state prison, and they'll do that without increasing taxes. That's the forecast from the Senate Minority Leader, Leo Corbett. He says that the state had the money to do all that this year, but channeled the money to other purposes. 2 people were killed last night when a bus headed for Phoenix from Las Vegas collided with a car about 50 miles south of Las Vegas near Searchlight, Nevada. Sun Valley Lines in Phoenix says the passengers on the bus were not seriously injured. Both fatalities were in the car. The people staunchly backing Burt Lance were stunned yesterday by testimony given by the Senate Government Committee staffers. Pi Chamberlain has a report on that.
Senator Thomas Eagleton tried to destroy the credibility of staffers who testified Lance told them that a family suicide led to all his family's overdrafts at a bank he ran. The Missouri Democrat shouted at a Republican staffer, John Childers, noting that Childers had prepared a memo on various overdrafts.
Mr. Lance had flat-out contradicted that and said that it was all attributable to the deceased brother of Mrs. Lane. That's what you want this committee to believe?
Yes, it is, Senator, and I am under oath, and that is what I want you to believe.
Well, I don't believe it.
Lance allegedly said the suicide was in 1974. The family overdraft began years earlier. Pi Chamberlain, Capitol Hill.
A survey by the Associated Press indicates that public opinion is sharply divided on Burt Lance. Some 1,500 adults were asked if Lance should resign. 38% said yes, he should. 35% said no. 27% didn't have an opinion on it. The New York Times says that Jacqueline Kennedy Onassis has negotiated a $20 million settlement with the daughter of the late Aristotle Onassis. The Times adds that in exchange, Mrs. Onassis has agreed to give up all further claims on the shipping tycoon's estate. In KOY Sports, Edgar Bad News Wallace fights Roy Jones in a 10-rounder tonight at the Civic Plaza. Wallace is looking for a 16th straight win. Jones is 13-1-1. Pittsburgh Steelers made their regular season debut last night against the San Francisco 49ers. It wasn't much of a game. The Steelers rolled up a 27-0 shutout over the 49ers. That's the latest news from KOY. Phoenix weather shortly.
Everyone knows the best advertising is by word of mouth. We'd like you to hear what customers are saying in their own words at a local RB Furniture showroom store.
Their displays are fantastic.
RB Furniture's sales, delivery, and service is outstanding. They're great from beginning to end.
Our salesman came to our home and helped us draw up a floor plan so we would know what types of furniture to buy. RB Furniture salesmen are not just salesmen, they are expert decorators.
You have style, and RB Furniture has a quality.
I will never shop at discount stores again. You never get the quality and the style that you get at RB Furniture.
At RB Furniture, you cannot beat the service, you cannot beat the price, and you definitely cannot beat the quality.
I came to RB Furniture because of their great reputation, and it's all true.
RB Furniture really spoils their customers.
The word from RB Furniture is, we'd sure like to spoil you too.
With 56 RB Furniture stores, there's one near you in Metro Center and on Camelback Road and on Scottsdale Road in Scottsdale. RB Furniture.
Sunny today and tomorrow in Phoenix, although we won't be able to see any of it in the newsroom. It'll be breezy at times. Highs in the upper 90s, the low in the morning about 70. Winds are east at 9 miles an hour. The visibility 45 miles, humidity 41%. The airport temperature is 70. This is Joe Adams from the KOY News Center.
Good morning, it's 6:35. Bill Heywood ready for another embarrassing display on the radio.
Out inside my head. Before I reach 30, I'd be dead. But somehow on and on I go. I keep on rolling with the flow. Folks said that I would change my mind. I'd straighten up and do just fine. But I still love rock and roll. I keep on rolling with the flow. While guys my age are raising kids, I'm raising hell just like I did. I've got a lot of crazy friends, and they forgive me of my sins. Some might be calling me a bum, but I'm still out there having fun. And Jesus loves me, yes I know. So I keep on rolling with the flow. While guys my age are raising kids, but I'm raising hell just like I did. I've got a lot of crazy friends, and they forgive me of my sins. Can't take it with you when you're gone, but I want enough to get there on. And I ain't ever growing old, so I keep on rolling with the flow. I ain't never growing old if I keep on rolling with the flow. Keep on rolling with the flow. Keep on rolling with the flow.
Keep on rolling with the flow, and that's old Charlie Rich here on the Sweet Bill Heywood program today. 6:38, good morning. It's 70 degrees, and it is pretty. Good day today if everything goes all right. Got chapter 430,000 of The Shaft of Life for you. Barzo and an interesting, unusual, strange, mediocre person that he's going to interview from the House of the Terminally Boring coming up.
You're the one. Another day is gone and you've got to run. But all you feel like is yawning.
Stop yawning and start your day right with a relaxed breakfast at McDonald's.
Enjoy your breakfast, take a while, turn your yawn into a smile. At McDonald's, we do it all for you.
McDonald's introduces Breakfast Bingo. Now through November 11th, play Breakfast Bingo for free breakfasts. Details available at all participating Phoenix area McDonald's.
Yes, 6:38 this morning. Not only is Center Court Racquetball and Health Spa open, but it's open to the public. That's you and me. And it's open 7 days a week, from 6 in the morning till 11 at night. You can stay there all day, right? And all night. And Sundays, they're open from 9 to 9. You can play racquetball till your hands fall off or your racket mildews by the hour. They have 10 climate-controlled indoor courts. And there are also separate weight training facilities with Pat Nevey, who is Mr. America, as staff instructor at Center Court. And bring your game indoors to play by the hour at Center Court Racquetball and Health Spa. 7th Avenue attorney, Center Court. Be giving away an all-expense-paid weekend for two in Pat Nevey's biceps for you later on in our program. 70 degrees at KOY this Tuesday, the 20th September, 6:39, and Andy Gibb wanting to be your everything.
For so long, you and me been finding each other for so long, and the feeling that I feel for you is more than stronger. Take it from me, if you give a little more than you're
you're asking for. Your love will turn the key, darling mine. I would wait forever for those lips of wine. Build my world around you, darling. This love will shine, girl. Watch it and see. If you give a little more than you're asking for, your love will turn the key. I just want to be your everything. Open up the heaven in your heart and let me be the things you are to me, and not some puppet on a string. If I stay here without you, darling, I will die. I want you laying in the love I have to bring. I'd do anything to be your for so long. You and me been finding each other for so long. And the feeling that I feel for you is more than strong, girl. Take it from me. If you give a little more than you're asking for, your love will turn the key. I just want to be your everything. Open up the heaven in your heart and let me be the things you are to me, and not some puppet on a string. If I stay here without you, darling, I would die. I want you laying in the love I have to bring. I'd do anything to be your
I'll go insane. It's Andy Gibb, and I just want to be your everything. Sweet Bill in the Heywood. You're everything this morning. Kind of a nightlight, a janitor, wake-up service, whatever it is. Just had a nice young lady call, and she says, I don't want to request a song or anything. I just had a nightmare, and I want to talk to somebody. Well, yeah, you have those. I have those. You wake up, and they're so real. Some dreams are so real that you cannot kick it. So you need to get up, run around the room, put on your jogging danskins, and jump up and down and talk to somebody in real life. Not that I qualify that much for real life, but nevertheless, we perform all kinds of services here at KOY. Daydreaming, interludes. Not necessarily comedy either.
Suppose you found a great transmission place. Wouldn't you pass the name on? People who've been to AMCO do. Many of our customers have been referred by a friend, neighbor, or their local gas station. Sure, we advertise on radio, but our best advertising travels by word of mouth. That says a lot about...
Yes, AMCO, you get the best of both.
We're a good name to know.
We're the name of the company known from coast to coast.
Double A, MCO, AMCO.
In North Phoenix, see Lee Roberts and Glenn Dotson in the newest AMCO Center at Cave Creek and Cactus Road. That's AMCO, double A. This is my, he's not working. MCO, forget it.
Listen to what you can buy for just $19 now at Grand Tree Furniture Rental. A coffee table and 2 end tables. Choose from Grand Tree's tremendous selection of rental returns and get all 3 for only $19. Take home 5-piece dinette sets from $44, 4-door chests from $22, and lots more, too. Shop weeknights till 9, Saturday and Sunday till 6, and get convenient financing at Grand Tree Furniture Rental, 2730 West Indian School Road.
Wrong. 6:45, yes. Story of Jackie Onassis is going to give you everything I own this morning.
You sheltered me from harm, kept me warm.
Just to love you and just to touch you once again, anywhere. That's Brett at KOY in the morning, 6:48. Weather guys, and Ed Phillips in there. He's up on top of the roof again this morning, massaging his barometer. Checking it out, it's going to be about 98 today. Tomorrow, mid-90s, slow cooling off. Slowly. 46 in Phoenix. We may have a little bit breeze. 46 in Flagstaff. What am I saying? 70 in Phoenix, 41% humidity, visibility 45 miles right now.
Sears wants you as a new credit customer. So next time you're shopping at Sears, simply complete a Sears Charge application. When you do, Sears will give you your choice of coupons redeemable at Jack in the Box for a Jumbo Jack and soft drink, or a 64-ounce bottle of Pepsi. Your Sears Charge will allow you to take advantage of sales between paydays, give you shop-by-phone convenience, and much more. So fill out your Sears Charge application today at
Sears, where America shops.
Welcome aboard TWA's Wide-Body 1011. It's built for comfort.
Diane Hello, TWA flight attendant.
Its seats and coach are extra wide with special thick cushioning, and you have more room to walk around. Because on TWA, we don't clutter the aisles with meal carts.
Captain Larry DeCellis, TWA pilot.
Our wide-body 1011 has quiet Rolls-Royce engines and the most advanced flight control system in commercial aviation, so its flights are incredibly smooth.
TWA's wide-body 1011 to Chicago. It's built for comfort.
6:49. Well, those big airlines can do that. Sweatmore Airlines, we do the same thing. We don't clutter the aisles with those food carts either. You can always get up and go to the bathroom. Of course, it's outside. We just stand in the back alley and toss the food to you. Here's Yvonne at 6:50 in the morning. Gear catch.
Just a little bit times, my love, where we really had it all. You were always there to make me smile, help me when I fall. Ooh, I can't believe you're leaving me when there's so much more to say. I can't let you go. Ooh, every time I look at you, I still can feel the glow. Let it be, let it grow. Together we can make it. Our love is much too young to break it. Love me, please. Oh, just a little bit harder. Together we can make it. Our love is much too young to break it. Oh, all I ever wanted was to have you to myself. Then I see you standing there in the arms of someone else. Ooh, you know a girl can stand so much, and it's more than I can bear. I can't let you go. Ooh, every time I look at you, I still feel the glow. Let it be, let it go. Just a little bit longer. Together we can make it. Our love is much too young to break it. Love me, please. Well, just a little bit harder. Never really trying to see things my way. It's hard on a woman when love ain't no love at all. And when you walk away, gonna be sorry. I'm begging you, please. Love me, please. Love me, love just a little bit longer. Together we can make it. Our love is much too young to break it. Love me, please. Well, just a little bit harder, a little bit harder. Together we can make it.
Just a little bit harder and harder. That's a little Yvonne element at KOY this morning. 6:52, Bill Heywood program. In case you missed the action last night. No, you didn't. The Pittsburgh Steelers action, that is. They beat San Francisco badly in the NFL Monday night boob tube opener, 27-0. Nothing tonight. In boxing in Phoenix, it's Edgar Bad News meeting Roy Jones of Kalamazoo, Michigan. And, of course, Bad News is undefeated, looking for number 16. Jones is 13-1-1. So on in there. 6:53 at KOY. I got a story about the Gong Show in just a minute.
Lunch or dinner at Fred Gang starts with Fred's Fancy Fixins table. 16 feet of fresh salad, vegetables, and dressings, where you can build your own masterpiece. Topped off with delectable cheese from Fred's Giant Cheese Block and fresh bread of the day. Then choose from a variety of delicious steaks, tempting seafoods, and sandwiches, all cooked to perfection. For a meal you remember, good times with good friends over cocktails. Fred Gang's, a most unusual restaurant. 1112 East Apache, Tempe.
You think you've heard them all? Well, here's the greatest new car bargain ever. October 1st, Scottsdale Dodge gets all its new 78 models. So this month, they have to sell every 77 they have. And this time, they're not going to sell them for $49 over their cost. This time, $39. Through September, you buy a brand new Charger for $39 over invoice. A new Aspen. The same for the Diplomat, the Colt, and all their trucks, too. Ask for the invoice and add $39 at Scottsdale Dodge, Scottsdale Road at Osborne.
6:54 this morning. The Gong Show, by the way, for all of our listeners who are talented, and most of them are, they're having auditions from 8 in the morning till 8 at night tonight in the Park Mall at Tucson. Gong Roadshow. They are going to select about 40 acts which will compete in Gong's Saturday show at the community center. And it doesn't matter whether your act is legitimate. Most of the acts are illegitimate acts, we found out. Or wacky, doesn't make any difference. The winning act gets $112.62 in cash and a chance to appear on the national television show. We're sending down Wanda of Wanda and Arlo's Cafe. Wanda, she does is call in restaurant orders.
One taco, hold the mayo.
She has to work on her delivery just a little bit, though. But you do get a chance to be on the national TV show and get $112. And if you win that, then you go on to the new television game show called Name That Weirdo, where you try to guess, along with a host of celebrities, who the raincoat belongs to. Stuart Harris at 6:55 this
I
morning.
can't understand this feeling that's pouring over me. I somehow found myself all turned around. I can't decide if I've died and am flying heaven bound. Or maybe this feeling is a feeling of love I found. 'Cause you make me feel like swallowed sunshine, riding on a rainbow headed for a heaven of blue. You make me feel like singing love songs. There could never be a melody like you. Sometime lovers have faded into memories, somehow lost their places along the way. And I can't say that I've found any reasons anyhow for having these traces of loneliness hanging around. When you make me feel like swallowed sunshine, I was feeling kind of small. Was only this feeble heart of mine saying love is what I need to find. Living without it ain't really living at all. And you make me feel like swallowed sunshine, riding on a rainbow headed for a heaven of blue. You make me feel like singing love songs.
Paris, there can never be a melody like you here at KOY. Good morning. Pretty morning. It's 6:58, 71 degrees going on right now. Yesterday, about the story of the new set of sextuplets are reported in Holland, and they are doing fine. The world's newest set of sextuplets doing fine today in Holland. 4 girls and 2 boys were born Sunday to a 28-year-old Dutch woman who had been taking fertility drugs. See, that's what happens. The only other sextuplets known to have survived beyond a few hours were born to a South African couple back in '74. Interesting thing is they already have an agent, a business agent. And we have him on our program today. He's already lined up a lot of appearances and things. Doctors say they're doing well, and they have a business agent to handle their affairs. They're 2 days old. They say the agent was appointed because of all the worldwide publicity by the mass birth. 4 boys and 2 girls. A business agent who handles the affairs and their public appearances, and they will be appearing soon. So we'll chat with this gentleman and see what other clients he has handle. I can tell you right now he's wearing a leisure suit. 6:59 at KOY in the morning. Heywood, yes, here we go with HG and all the news you want to know from KOY. Covering it all.
The KOY News Center, this is H.G. Listiak with the 7 o'clock news on KOY Phoenix. Escaping gas fumes forced the evacuation of 2 different cities early today. In Breezewood, Pennsylvania, nearly 2,000 people have been evacuated from homes and motels along the Pennsylvania Turnpike after a highly flammable chemical in a tractor-trailer ignited, giving off clouds of sulfur dioxide gas. And residents of a section of Mansfield, Ohio, were forced to leave their homes after a plant fire triggered the explosion of a container of cyanide. They were permitted to return several hours later. No one was injured in either blast. Diane is still dealing. That story and more news after this.
20th Century Fox presents Thunder and Lightning, starring David Carradine and Kate Jackson.
Why do you keep this junk out tuned up?
Look, you say one more mean thing about the car, and you can just get out and walk. Now, David Carradine plays Harley Thomas, a good old boy with a ring in his ear and a smile on his face. He can fight, he can love, and he can drive anything. Jackson is Nancy Sue. She's stuck on Harley like a fly on honey. She shoots like a man, drives like the devil, and looks like an angel. Sorry, Charlie. Well, I could go on for hours telling you why you love Thunder and Lightning, but shucks, I got a better idea. Why don't you come on out and see it yourself? David Carradine, Kate Jackson, in Thunder and Lightning, rated PG, parental guidance suggested. It's 250 proof fun.
Now showing at a theater near you.
Israeli Defense Minister Moshe Dayan is still in our nation's capital, and Jim Anderson has more on that story.
With his talks with the President and the State Department officials completed for the moment, Israeli Foreign Minister Dayan turns to another forum, the American public and the American Congress. He is scheduled to have a news conference in Washington and then to have meetings with key members of the Senate and the House. The first days of talks, lasting 5.5 hours, were described as constructive by the White House, but it appears that wide differences remain between the Israelis and the Americans on 2 key points: how to represent the Palestinians in the peace talks and the future of the Israeli settlements on the West Bank. This is Jim Anderson at the White House.
Down the street, we have a little conflict developing in the Burt Lance hearing, and Pi Chamberlain has details.
Senate committee staffers and Burt Lance clashed head-on in sworn testimony over whether he disclosed before his confirmation a disciplinary agreement imposed on a bank he had run. Lance said,
"Specifically, I disclosed and we discussed the agreement between the Office of the Comptroller of the Currency and the Calhoun First National Bank."
Republican staffer John Childers, also under oath.
I am absolutely positive that on the 13th, he did not disclose to me or the group in that meeting an agreement between the Comptroller of the Currency and the Calhoun First National Bank and the fact that it had been removed in November 1976.
The agreement contained far more detail than the Senate knew about Lance's banking practices. Ty Chamberlain, Capitol Hill.
In the House, Arizona's own Mo Udall pops one in the hopper designed to speed up the overland crude oil pipelines. Lines would move precious black gold to the west, even Arizona. The trial of Max Dunlap and James Robinson, accused of killing reporter Don Bowles, goes on in our city today. John Harvey Adamson, the man who copped the plea and turned state's evidence, thus fingering the two men, will probably continue on the stand. State officials concerned that Arizona's drivers are going on the average 67 miles an hour are cracking down on speeders. Hope to enforce the 55-mile speed limit with a new patrol team. They'll be working about 20 miles south of Flagstaff today, and they've picked a Democratic mayoral candidate in the Big Apple. Bob Honig has a report out of New York City.
Democratic Congressman Edward Koch has won the right to be the Democrats' candidate for mayor in November here. Koch defeated New York Secretary of State Mario Cuomo in a runoff election. Koch and Cuomo were the top vote-getters in the city's primary election earlier this month. Cuomo will still appear on the November ballot, though. He's already the candidate on the liberal and independent lines. Koch and Cuomo ran in a primary that saw incumbent Mayor Abraham Beame defeated. The primary was seen as a referendum on Beame's fiscal policies. Many had blamed Beame for the city's near financial collapse a few years ago. Only a few days before the primary, the Securities and Exchange Commission blasted Beame's handling of the city's fiscal crisis. Bob Honig, New York.
You're listening to KOY News at 7:05.
Now, a message from Anchor National Financial Services. It's shocking but true. If you're a homeowner with a mortgage, you are paying tremendous total interest on your loan. For example, on a $40,000 average mortgage of 30 years, you will pay over $113,000 when you add the interest. But it is now possible to reduce the interest paid on your loan by thousands of dollars. Anchor Financial is pioneering a method to tremendously reduce interest paid, shorten mortgage years, increase equity faster, and save thousands of dollars in interest. This new fiscal concept pays off your home faster and puts thousands more in your pocket, but involves no extra cash expense. It's an exciting money management plan which most people do not yet know about, but which thousands are now using. Call 955-5350, 955-5350 for free details without obligation from Anchor Financial. Call 955-5350. Call now, 955-5350.
One American flyer was killed today when two U.S. warplanes on maneuvers near Stuttgart, West Germany collided. All four crewmen in the two Phantom jets ejected, but one parachute opened too late. The Idi Amin government has banned 27 religious groups from Uganda for activities described as, quote, not conducive to the security of Uganda. Among those groups, the Baptist Mission, the Salvation Army, and the Seventh-day Adventists. And sometimes the lifestyle in Bangkok, Thailand hits about 9 on a 10-point spice scale. Here's Prasanna Amporn, a massage parlor owner with a new twist. It's called the Marathon Massage. She rents her tiny little masseuses out by the month, promising at least 7 hours of massaging daily for only $1,000 monthly. She says she'll also rent out her fleet of magic hands to be temporary wives or dancing partners. At $1,000 a month, it could be cheaper than the singles game these days. In KOY Sports, the fabulous Phoenix Suns, with hearts soaring like a hawk in love, are now camped. Coach John McLeod feels this year's club is better prepared both in mind and in body.
Last year when we came to camp, we certainly were not in shape, and I don't think that our attitude toward winning and what it takes to win was in proper perspective. Now, this morning we ran a mile and a half, and I think everybody is in much better physical condition at this stage of the season as compared to last year.
Ron Lee, the guard who skits about like a cat in a canary factory, agrees with John and hopes to improve himself this year.
Well, my personal goal right now is just to concentrate, on this year's offense. Last year, I was kind of, not used to it and inexperienced. And this year, hopefully, I can sit around the offense and we bring the ball on, play better defense this year.
Meanwhile, the newest son, Don Boosie, is happy to be wearing a Sun suit. He's looking forward to working with Lee and all-star guard Paul Westphal.
I've played for 5 years, and I've got some experience now, and Paul's played for 5 too, I know, but Ronnie's played for a year, and he had a great year last year. There's no doubt about that. And if us three can work together back in the backcourt, I don't anticipate no problems whatsoever. I've met both these players, and they both seem pretty nice guys, and you know, like I've told other people, you know, it doesn't matter if I start or come off the bench as long as I get some playing time.
I don't think Boosie will have to worry about coming off the bench a lot. He led the league in steals and assists last year and was an all-star. The official Monday night home wrecker danced before armchair fans as wives walked around pouting like a parrot in a persimmon tree. The 49ers are also pouting. Pittsburgh blanked them 27-0. Ah, but grimaces turned to grins. You see, Frank Asbury is high in the sky for KOY. Good morning, Frank. How's the traffic?
Well, good morning, HG. We're off to a pretty decent start out in the northeast area of the valley. Shea Boulevard from Tatum over to Scottsdale, no problem. Moderate volume east and westbound, but moving along in pretty good shape. A little heavier between Shea and 32nd Street, both east and westbound, but again, no obstructions. Tatum, moderate to heavy buildup now, south from Shea down to Lincoln Drive. I don't see any unusual delays there, except when you get to Lincoln, you'll have a lot of company there at the intersection. A reminder that Lincoln Drive, just in front of Mountain Shadows, from that point all the way over to Scottsdale Road, is under construction, and it is very, very slow for both lanes, both directions, that is, on Lincoln Drive, east and westbound. Mountain Shadows over to Scottsdale Road. Scottsdale Road southbound at Lincoln right now, one lane traffic, and it's backed up about, looks a quarter of a mile on Scottsdale Road. That might be a little slow this morning as well. For Sawyer Aviation, Frank Asbury, KOY in the sky.
Hey, Mom, I got some red on my mouth. Hey, you got some Mary Ellen jelly from my Mary Ellen jelly bread. I didn't know strawberries were so good. Mary.
68. Another clear morning here at the KOY Weather Center. We've got a visibility of 45 miles, little wind from the east at 9 miles an hour, 38% humid, and 71 degrees. That's the Valley weather. This is Ed Phillips.
Thank you very much, Ed, from the KOY News Center. This is H.G. Listiak.
Good morning, 7-Eleven. This is the Heywood today. What are we going to do? We're going to show, well, we're going to show some raid commercials and root for the roaches. Steve Miller Band at KOY. Part 2.
Slipping, slipping, slipping into the future. Time keeps on slipping, slipping, slipping into the future. I wanna fly like an eagle to the sea. Fly like an eagle, let my spirit carry me. I want to fly like an eagle till I'm free. We don't have enough to eat. Shoes the children with no shoes on their feet. How's the people living in the street? Oh, there's a solution. I want to fly like an eagle to the sea. Fly like an eagle, let my spirit carry me. I want to fly like an eagle till I'm free. Time keeps on slipping, slipping, slipping into the future. Time keeps on slipping, slipping, slipping into the future.
Slipping away. That's where I was for a moment. Steve Miller Band. I get myself caught with my jeans on a nail in the back room. 7:14 on the Bill Heywood program. Good morning this morning. By the way, Frank Asbury's up there. I just take a quick check with Frank. I had a call that a dump truck was overturned there at 36th Street in Shea. Frank, you hear anything about that?
No, as a matter of fact, I haven't.
Somebody called before the 7 o'clock news, said that 36th Street and Shea Boulevard was botched up. They have a blocked intersection there. A dump truck is overturned, so I guess Tatum...
We'll check it out.
Check it out for us. All right, 7:14. Sissy Sweet's on the hotline from Washington. We'll get a report from her in just a second.
Shipstad's and Johnson Ice Follies. A musical dream on ice with beauty, laughter, and fun. Ice Follies brings it together with an all-new show featuring the world's brightest and funniest stars on ice. See your favorite Sesame Street Muppets. Fill your eyes with stars and your heart with joy. An exciting extravaganza. The all-new Shipstad's and Johnson Ice Follies. The most dazzling stars on ice.
All new Ice Follies opens Tuesday, September 27th at the Arizona Coliseum in Phoenix. Get your tickets today.
Welcome to the Shipstad's and Johnson Ice Follies. Did you know that Big Bird can ice skate?
I didn't know that.
Have you ever fed a Cookie Monster?
Can I?
Can you just imagine how funny Bert and Ernie must look on ice?
Yeah.
All your Sesame Street favorites are just waiting for you and skating for you in the funniest, familiest show on ice. Shipstad's and Johnson Ice Follies, just perfect for kids.
Meet Cookie Monster at your nearest J.C. Penney store. Consult Penney's ad in Tuesday's Republican Gazette for times and locations.
Can you imagine how funny Bert and Jimmy would look on ice? 7:15 at KOY in the morning. Well, it's speaking of politics. We have a report from Sissy Sweet in Washington. Good morning, Sis.
Yes, this is Sissy Sweet in Washington, bringing you a bulletin from the Environmental Protection Agency.
Mm-hmm.
And these statistics come from the Burt Lance School of Double Bookkeeping and Disappearing Overdrafts.
Yes.
Flash! Due to heavy rain in upstate New York, 2,000 cubic feet of pure water has spilled into Lake Erie, severely polluting the oil slicks. This week's big contest for building the best tar castles out of oil and water has been canceled until the pollution is back to normal. Stay tuned to this station for further details and smudgy recycled film at 10.
All right.
This is Sissy Sweet, your man in Washington.
Thank you, Sis. 7:16. Let's check our man in the sky, Frank Asbury, KOY this morning. Franco?
Okay, Bill, the Maricopa Freeway and Superstition Freeways, inbound or westbound, actually, carrying moderate to heavy traffic, beginning to pick up quite a little bit on the Superstition in the vicinity of Mills, slowing down a little bit. I don't see any obstructions in that particular area. The Maricopa Freeway moving pretty well, all in all, from about 48th Street on into the central corridor. Eastbound traffic coming the other way on the Maricopa, moderate to heavy volume, and the Broadway eastbound off-ramp going into Tempe off the freeway is very, very busy this morning, so kind of take it easy when you get up approaching Priest there on Broadway. It also gets a little congested because of that traffic coming off the freeway, but I don't see any fender-benders around that vicinity. Looks like clear sailing on the Maricopa. We'll go up north and take a look at Shea Boulevard and the dump truck and see, or rather the cement truck, see what's going on up there in just a minute. For Sawyer Aviation, Frank Asbury, KOY in the sky.
Hey, Frank, thank you. 7:17 this morning, 72 degrees at KOY. Here's England Dan and John Ford, Aho.
Met you on a springtime day. You were minding your life and I was minding mine too. Lady, when you looked my way, I had a strange sensation, and darling, that's when I knew that it's sad to belong to someone else when the right one comes along. Yes, it's sad to belong to someone else when the right one comes along. that's all that it will ever be. I wish I had a time machine. I could make myself go back until the day I was born, and I would live my life again and rearrange it so that I'll be yours from now on. Oh, it's sad to belong to someone else when the right one comes along. Yes, it's sad to belong to someone else when the right one comes along. Oh, it's sad to belong to someone else when the right one comes along. Yes, it's sad to belong to someone else when the right one comes along. Oh, it's sad to belong to someone else when the right one comes along. Yes, it's sad to belong to someone else.
Sad to belong to somebody, anybody. 7:20 here at KOY this morning. 73 degrees now in the valley, mostly sunny. Quite a bit sunny, as a matter of fact. Not quite as up to the 101 we had yesterday. We'll probably get to 98 today, and then Wednesday about mid-90s, and a gradual cooling, a little bit of a breeze expected today. Right now it's 71 out at the airport, and visibility 45 miles. Wes Bolin will be our new governor soon, and Mr. Bolin's appointment secretary is here. He had an appointment with us, that's why he's here. And he's making appointments to the governor's staff. We'll be chatting with him and see how far along, how many people have been appointed. Just a moment.
This is a message about value. Real value. The kind you find in a product that's well made and priced right. The kind of value Firestone is famous for. For instance, the steel-belted Radio 721 is only $54 for the BR78 by 13 white wall, plus $206 federal excise tax and old tire. Of course, mounting is free with your Firestone tire purchase, and convenient credit plans are available. Drive in today to your nearest Firestone store.
Ask a friend about Firestone.
Hey, live a little.
I feel good about saving S&H green stamps. They're like a little bonus when I shop.
Come on, live a little.
I put them away a few at a time, and pretty soon we've got books full.
We save a little, we live a little. This year we fixed up the patio.
Got the table and chairs. Really nice extras.
Save a little, live a little. S&H green stamps for life's extra pleasures.
Shop Fur's Supermarket. They give S&H green stamps.
All right, 7:22. Mr. Bolin, whom I've known for a long, long time, is going to be our new governor, and his appointment secretary is here with us this morning. And you are, as an exclusive on KOY, you have some of Mr. Bolin's appointments down.
Yes, but I hate to say they're already confirmed because, of course, Mr. Bolin has to put his immediate stamp of approval on.
His stamp, which is his official stamp, will be scissors.
That's right.
He cuts a little corner off at the end there. Some of the people that Mr. Bolin will, nobody else knows this now, and they have not been confirmed.
I certainly want this to go no further.
No further. It will not go any further than this.
I don't think we have any problem there.
No.
In charge of the CIA, that's our own state intelligence agency.
That's the closed information agency.
Yes. We used to call it the single administrative defunct agency.
Mm-hmm.
We are going to put in charge of this agency Lou King.
Lou King?
Now, you might ask why Lou King?
Yeah, why Lou King?
He's managed to keep his radio show a secret here for 20 years.
So that shows...
good Secret Service man.
Good secret, yes.
Next in charge of press relations, we wanted somebody who really got along with the press.
And who would that be?
Gary Peter Clark.
Mm-hmm.
Next.
He's going to be the press secretary.
In charge of Wes Bolin's wardrobe.
Yes.
Lou Grubb.
Oh, he'll get to go through Lou's house and pick out whatever he wears that day.
That's right.
Well, that's wonderful. I think that's a good...
He's got a lot of nice coats.
A lot of nice stuff.
Crummy paintings, but...
All right, won't use any of Lou Grubb's paintings in the governor's office. All right, and?
Well, just one more.
Yes.
Carl Eller has volunteered Diane Callis to be the maid at the new mansion.
Thank you. 7:23 at KOY in the Valley of the Sun. Governor Bolin has promised that our tax money in Arizona will go to worthwhile things. He has already allocated $50,000 of our Arizona taxpayers' money to determine if chimpanzees prefer leisure suits over Levi's. And for the Phoenix Zoo out there. Here's Ronnie Millsap.
Once in every life, someone
comes along and you came to me, it was almost like a song. You were in my arms, right where you belong, and we were so in love, it was almost like a song. January through December, we had such a perfect year. Then the flame became a dying ember. All at once, you weren't here. Now my broken heart cries for you each night, and it's almost like a song, but it's much too sad to write.
Almost like a song. That's pretty by Ronnie Millsap, KOY 727 here this morning. Traffic? Well, let's check Frank Asbury. Franco?
Okay, Bill, we went up, took a look at that problem at Shea and 36th Street. There's a bobtail truck, looks like it was hauling a load of dirt. It isn't a cement truck, at least it didn't look like it from my vantage point. And it is on its side. The dirt is on the roadway, but we have one-lane traffic westbound on Shea past that mishap, and looks like it is. Looks like the traffic's going through there in fairly decent shape. Just beyond where the truck is laying on its side, it is one lane anyway on Shea Boulevard westbound, so it doesn't look to me like it's going to cause too much of a problem. Fortunately, the truck, the overturned truck, is on the north side up against the curb, so there's a little wider spot in the road. Looks like it's going to be okay. I don't know about the cleanup operation to get all the dirt out of the roadway, but it is, in fact, the truck overturned 36th and Shea on Shea Boulevard. The westbound traffic's getting through, and eastbound, no problem on Shea. Dreamy draw coming through, very, very heavy traffic this morning from 32nd and Shea over to 16th and Northern. I don't see any obstructions. The north end of the Black Canyon Freeway, heavy stop-and-go activity from Dunlap down past Camelback Road. For Sawyer Aviation, Frank Asbury, KOY in the sky.
Please listen to me, I'm talking to you, and I'm telling you true that I love pizza at least as much as you do. And I've got good news, there really is a good frozen pizza, Stouffer's. Yeah, Stouffer's French bread pizza's better than anyone could believe, and that's the truth. That's the truth. And I've got proof, 'cause 8 out of 10 come back again to Stouffer's. 8 out of 10 come back again to Stouffer's French bread pizza, 'cause there really is a good frozen pizza, Stouffer's. And it's so good.
Stouffer's pizza.
It's so good.
Stouffer's French bread pizza.
That 8 out of 10 who try it
come back again to buy it, 'cause there really is. is a good frozen pizza, Stouffer's. Stouffer's.
Hi, this is Max of Switzerland. We are now offering parts for all imported automobiles at our new store, Overseas Auto Parts, right next door to Max of Switzerland at 6913 East McDowell in Scottsdale.
Thank you very much, Max, who's in our La Cantina Lounge this morning here from Star Wars, Star Doors. Bill, hey, let's see who's in there this morning.
Oh, Lance, you're such a loser.
This is Lance.
All right, there, kids. Big one of us here with the big sound. You've been waiting for it to pick it back and cream to grab the top of the heap. One of the big sounds, the big try sounds. We're going to hear it sounds up again. Now, here it is!
Remember the Ron Bailey School of Pronouncing practicing in there.
Oh, that's cute.
The electrician is looking at our... Bill Heywood, La Cantina Lounge Band.
Does Maxine Fastbinder live here?
I'm not sure. Joe Adams does, though. Joe Adams has all the news you want to know from KOY at 7:30.
From the KOY News Center, this is Joe Adams with the 7:30 news on KOY Phoenix.
KOY News is presented by Adolph Coors Company of Golden, Colorado. Brewers of Coors, America's fine light beer.
The Environmental Protection Agency says people living along the West Coast are likely to get a dose of radioactivity today from the Chinese atomic test that went off Saturday. The air mass containing the radioactive debris is going to drift over the coast sometime today, and the EPA says it's watching the weather conditions closely to determine the possible impact of the stuff. There's no way at this point to predict the levels of radiation that may occur. Similar Chinese explosions last year spread low levels of radiation all over the United States. Questions about job security. We'll have the report in a moment.
Naturally, it came to be America's fine light beer. Smooth and light and mellow. Brewed, you see, naturally. The name is good. The name is good. Smooth and light and clear. The name to remember is good. America's fine light beer.
Despite statements that Burt Lance has strengthened his hold on the budget director's job with his testimony to the Senate committee, Roger Gitton says the man's future with the Carter White House is still uncertain after a meeting with the president.
President Carter met with Burt Lance, but there was no official word on the budget director's future. Spokesman Jody Powell claims he doesn't know if a decision has been made. He calls it a peculiarly personal one between the president and Mr. Lance. Powell acknowledges that there had been a Sunday night meeting involving Mr. Carter and his top aides to discuss the Lance affair. Beyond that, he's turning aside all other questions with a subdued, the battle's over attitude. The spokesman denies any decision will be based on public reaction. Telephone calls, mail, and telegrams are running 7 and 8 to 1 in Lance's favor following his Senate testimony. Roger Gitton's at the White House.
2 people were killed last night when their car swerved into oncoming traffic along Nevada State Highway 95 and smashed into a Greyhound bus near the Arizona-California border. The Nevada Highway Patrol identifies the victims as 27-year-old Victoria Christian and 29-year-old Faye Ball, both of Glendale, Utah. None of the people on the bus were injured. The New York Times is reporting today that Jacqueline Kennedy Onassis has negotiated a $20 million settlement with the daughter of the late Aristotle Onassis. The Times adds that in exchange, Mrs. Onassis has agreed to give up all further claims on the shipping tycoon's estate. 2 U.S. Phantom jets collided during maneuvers over West Germany today. All 4 crewmen ejected after the crash, but one was killed when his parachute opened too late. North Korea is accusing the United States of engaging in espionage and hostility, saying an American spy plane intruded into North Korean airspace last night and early this morning. So far, there's been no comment from the Pentagon. And the United Nations General Assembly opens its 1977 session today. Secretary General Kurt Waldheim says that 13-week session will have member nations mulling over some of the most complex and difficult problems in UN history. In KOY Sports, Scottsdale Community College is forfeiting its first 2 football games. That's because of a misunderstanding of eligibility rules concerning transfer students. And Edgar Bad News Wallace will be after his 16th straight victory when he takes on Roy Jones of Kalamazoo, Michigan in a 10-round middleweight bout tonight at the Civic Plaza. That's the latest news from KOY. Traffic and weather coming up this morning.
KOY News has been presented by Coors, brewed with pure Rocky Mountain spring water.
Stay tuned for another Business People's Concert brought to you by a grant from Mountain Bell.
Business People's concert is about to begin. The string section is tuning up. Now the phone section. Today's musical number, the 1-800-821-2121 Overture. 1-800-821-2121. What Tchaikovsky is saying here is Mountain Bell has designed a program to show business people how to use the phone to bring in new accounts by long distance. With this recurring theme, Tchaikovsky is stressing the toll-free number to call for information about the new business program. 1-800-821-2121. Now here's where Tchaikovsky really gets down to new business. New business developed via long-distance calls. Let Mountain Bell show you how long distance means business and make your business boom.
Mostly sunny in the valley today and tomorrow. Breezy at times. Highs near 100, the low in the morning in the upper 60s. Winds are east at 9 miles an hour. The visibility 45 miles. Humidity 38%. The airport temperature is 71. This is Joe Adams from the KOY News Center.
7:35. KOY, Heywood, and Beatles.
Something in the way she moves attracts me like no other lover. Something in the way she woos me. I don't want to leave her now. No, I believe in how. Somewhere in a smile, she knows that I don't need no other lover. Something in her style that shows me. Don't want to leave her now. You know I believe in how. You're asking me, will my love grow? I don't know. I don't know. You stick around now, it may show. I don't know. I don't know. Something in the way she knows, and all I have to do is think of her. Something in the things she shows me. I don't want to leave her now. You know I believe in how.
Something in the way she does it, naturally. That's from the Beatles at 7:38 at KOI. We'll dedicate that to Jackie Onassis, who will have to cut down now that she's only getting $20 million in return for abandoning all of her claims. I can see Jackie having to go to the supermarket with a calculator, keeping track of everything she buys. She cuts down. Joe Adams was doing the news momentarily ago, and momentarily ago sounds funny, Bill. And he went right through Frank Asbury, KOY in the Sky. And Frank,
Easy to do, Bill. Easy to do.
Frank is still doing wheelies up there.
Yes, indeed.
Getting all set for the report. So we'll give you one right here, Franco.
Okay, well, the major routes into the Central Corridor from about 43rd Avenue, pretty normal, really, with the heaviest congestion points being Glendale from the freeway to 7th Street, particularly approaching 7th Avenue for eastbound traffic on Glendale, very heavy. Camelback Road, 39th to 35th Avenue, Thomas Road, 31st Avenue to the freeway, and that would be for eastbound traffic on both those locations. But McDowell Road from the freeway over to 19th Avenue, actually 27th Avenue, past the freeway to 19th, also quite heavy. The Central Corridor, southbound traffic, no unusual circumstances, but 7th Street and Central Avenues from Maryland all the way down, beginning to get very, very heavy right now. 7th Avenue looks a little bit lighter. For Sawyer Aviation, Frank Asbury, KOI in the sky.
Good, 740 at KOI. The Shaft of Life, part 1964 in just a moment.
Only Birds Ford makes it happen. Only Birds Ford leads the way. Let them show you, and we know you'll drive a Birds Ford come what may.
Bring us your Fords, your Chevys, your clean used cars, whatever they may be. If you have a good used car or used truck you want to sell or trade, you know, the kind of car you'd sell your neighbor, bring it to Burge Ford, 256 East Main in Mesa. We'll pay top money, and maybe even a little more. We're in the used car business to sell or buy, and this month we're buying all we can get. And if you should happen to want a new Ford, we can make that happen for you too. At Burge Ford, 256 East Main in Mesa.
Let them show you, and we know you'll drive a Birds Ford come what may.
Register now for the Punt, Pass, and Kick at Burge Ford.
741 KOI in the morning. Pancho's Mexican Buffet is now 2, grand opening October 1st. In parentheses, that's first. At the Metro Mall, Pancho's, where you get the best food buy for the money. Ladies and gentlemen, it's 741 now. On our program, and time again for another excitingly boring episode on the Shaft of Life. The story that asks the question, to hold his pants up. You'll recall last time, Dr. Abe Fish-Begora had just perfected a new way for the Mafia to keep their clients cool in Phoenix in the summertime. Mentholated concrete. Meanwhile, across town, Trixie Muldoon had just gotten bombed and found herself in a strange apartment.
Geez, I thought this place looked unfamiliar. It's mine.
Yes, and at that very moment, Ralph, Trixie's estranged boyfriend by a previous marriage, was severely injured while working as a volunteer fireman at a taco stand. But in the meantime, Dirk, Paul, and Gloria's strange son, was attending a hippie luau party and had just smoked his grass skirt. He was being driven home by lovable Uncle Beauregard Crouch, the first man to invent the electric dog polisher. And we hear Uncle Beau say,
Son, if you want to keep smoking, then you'll have to quit chewing gum.
well, with this turn of events, you won't want to miss our next episode when Wanda Lamar Jean says,
But, Mommy, why did the vet have to put my teddy bear to sleep?
and her father, Willard Lamar Jean, replies,
I don't know.
yes. That's next on The Shaft of Life, the true life drama of a first-grade teacher and her gray Crayolas. Program prohibited where void.
If you wanna believe
That's Barry Manilow at KOY. 7:46 on the Bill Heywood program this morning. Nice day. Good morning. It's 74 degrees. Going to be about 98 today. Holly Bergen was on television yesterday talking about, she's written a new book entitled something about, yes, I'd love to, but I don't have anything to wear. She's explaining to the ladies what to wear and what not to wear. And she was talking about, some lady asked her if it was all right to wear a pantsuit to a wedding. And, the thing is, women are wearing pantsuits a lot. And there was a thing in Irma Bombeck's column the other day about a bride who wore a pantsuit at her own wedding and went through the entire ceremony with her fly open. And I think that's kind of tacky, so watch yourself at that at all times. That's a bad lead-in for Frank Asbury, KOY.
Flying, traffic reports.
In the sky. Give me a little fly in the sky.
Excellent, Bill. I needed that. Well, the Maricopa Freeway is moving along pretty good shape. You have your little bit of slowdown, 48th Street in the Broadway area on the Maricopa inbound, but other than that, it's moving into the Central Corridor in real good shape. The Superstition Freeway, hold it while I get the nose of the airplane out of the way there. My line of sight's a little interrupted there. Okay, the Superstition moving pretty normally, except it is slow there in the vicinity of Rural Road to Mill and approaching Kyrene moving westbound, but then it joins I-10 in pretty decent shape. A couple of reminders, we have the overturned truck on the westbound lane, the north side of Shea Boulevard at 36th Street. Traffic is able to pass through that area without too much of a problem, however. Lincoln Drive under construction just in front of Mountain Shadows on the way over, almost all the way to Scottsdale Road, and that's real slow and kind of nasty. You might save some time using McDonald this morning. For Sawyer Aviation, Frank Asbury, KOY in the sky.
This episode finds Morton returning to the Photomat store to pick up his birthday pictures.
Well, here it is Thursday after 5:30, just like it says on my receipt.
And your pictures are ready.
Aha, I should have known. What if they weren't?
If they weren't, I would have given you a free roll of Photomat film.
That's nice.
That's Photomat's picture pickup promise.
Morton?
Hi, Mom.
This is your mother.
Hi, Mother.
How did the pictures turn out?
They're all terrific. Well, except for the one Dad took when the cake exploded.
Uh-oh. But you know, Photomat will buy it back if you're unhappy with it, and they won't ask why, and Dad never has to know.
I'm on the extension. Oh. That's Photomat's no-fault photo policy.
Hi, Beans.
Hi. Listen, I gotta borrow something. Anything.
What?
What do you got there?
Well, these are my birthday pictures.
Can I borrow them?
No. No, don't cry. The Photomat store can make up reprints you can keep.
Keep? What's keep?
Keep, you know.
Can I borrow a dictionary?
What will happen next time? Will there be a next time? Listen again next time and find out.
Morton's got the right idea. Reprints you can keep and share with family and friends. Just pick your favorite negatives. Reprints and enlargements are easy, quick, and inexpensive at the Photomat store.
Hi, this is John Moynihan. Call me on Sports Talk, 10 to midnight, Monday through Saturday, right here on KOY.
Tonight's guest on John Moynihan's show will be Billy Bob Jim of the new Green Bay Packerettes football team. Billy Bob's got a good team this year, right?
That's right. We got to just hang in there. We all get together, cooperate, and we all play. We think we got a pretty good. We've been working hard, working out a lot of the new guys, you know what I mean? And we got to all get together, make the teamwork work, and try to get the edge on the other teams. You know what I mean?
Billy Bob Jim, guest tonight on John Moynihan's Sports Talk.
Wonderful
Clifton and Tenille folks going round and round in circles here at KOY at 7:51 on a gorgeous morning. 98 degrees expected today. John's Green Gables restaurant offers the best of 3 exciting worlds. That one, this one, and the other one. Dining, cocktails, and dancing. John's Fine Food World features exceptional lunches Monday through Friday. Superb dining every night, highlighted by a fantastically lavish help-yourself dessert bar. Compliments of the house. Choose your own favorite world for cocktails and dancing. In the Renaissance Cabaret, enjoy the great sound of yesterday, or dance to the beat of today in the Sob Room, or SOB Room, at SOB FM. Visit John's Green Gables tonight, 24th Street in Thomas, and enjoy the best of 3 worlds.
Welcome aboard TWA's wide-body 1011. It's built for comfort.
Diane Hello, TWA flight attendant.
Its seats and coach are extra wide with special thick cushioning, and you have more room to walk around. Because on TWA, we don't clutter the aisles with meal carts.
Captain Larry DeCellis, TWA pilot.
Our wide-body 1011 has quiet Rolls-Royce engines and the most advanced flight control system in commercial aviation, so its flights are incredibly smooth.
TWA's wide-body 1011 to Chicago. It's built for comfort.
Thank you. 7:53. Bill Heywood, built for comfort here for your comfort. There's a big election over in San Diego today, and I mention this because a lot of people in Phoenix, of course, live there in the summertime and just got back. If you know about San Diego's Black Beach, designated as a swimsuit optional beach back in '73. Since then, it's attracted about, they've had about 45,000 people on a good day. And now the opponents of the beach want to put an end to that nudity, saying it attracts crime and promotes lewdness. And supporters say the real issue is personal freedom. So that's a big vote over there. The gentleman who's responsible for that referendum on the ballot and Black's Beach and nudity is in Phoenix. So what are you doing here in Phoenix when the vote is over there today?
Well, we're trying to recruit some supporters from here in the Phoenix area.
Because a lot of people from Phoenix go to San Diego in the summertime.
That's right, they certainly do. One other thing I'd like to make a point on that crime nonsense.
Yeah, well...
Did it ever occur to those people, our opponents, that you can't hide a gun if you got nothing on?
That's true. Where do you put your car keys, by the way?
In your ear.
Where?
In your ear.
Oh, ear.
You don't carry the big bunches anymore. You put one in each ear and the 2 in your nostrils.
I couldn't hear you for a moment there. Well, a lot of people say that the swimsuit optional, it attracts crime and promotes lewdness, and it's going to cost the city of San Diego $600,000.
That's right. That's for the parking.
For the parking. Well,
and then, of course, another $10,000.
$10,000 for what?
For the grandstand.
I see. 7:54. I like your swimsuit today, sir.
Thank you.
Saran wrap. Just remember this.
God's alive in Arizona. Bus driver from there told me so. Said, son, stop all your searching. Arizona's where you gotta go. So I packed my bags and kissed my sweetheart. Told mama bye and hit the road. Said God's alive in Arizona. Arizona's where I gotta go. And if I get there in the evening, watch God's sun going down. But if I get there in the morning, I've been no one but me and God around, yeah. Now when I get to Arizona, gonna take some time and breathe some air. 'Cause God's alive in Arizona. Some friendly people there. And if I get there in the evening, watch God's sun going down. But if I get there in the morning, I've been no one but me and God around, yeah. Now God's alive in Arizona. God's alive in Arizona.
Live in Arizona and stuck on the freeway somewhere. This morning, 7:56. Let's clear it out, Frank Asbury, in the sky.
Wish we could help the folks on Scottsdale Road between Indian Bend and Lincoln Drive. Southbound traffic, one lane at Lincoln and Scottsdale Road, and it's causing a very very sticky problem for folks on Scottsdale. If you're headed southbound, you're going to join a lot of folks when you get to Indian Bend because it is bumper-to-bumper traffic down past the intersection. Some construction crews are doing some road work and perhaps some work with the power lines and what have you at the intersection of Lincoln and Scottsdale Road. So north and southbound traffic on Scottsdale through that intersection at Lincoln is one lane, and it is indeed a sticky wicket. Washington inbound 48th Street past to 36th Street. Very heavy traffic and quite slow. Once you're past 36 moving towards downtown Phoenix, traffic moves along much more quickly and lighter volume. For Sawyer Aviation, Frank Asbury, KOY in the sky.
Wait a minute. We were just conversing. What is a sticky wicket?
A sticky wicket?
Yeah.
Okay. First of all, you take the English game of cricket.
Cricket.
And you have a wicket.
A wicket.
And if it's sticky, you've got a sticky wicket.
A wicket is sticky, which causes what?
It causes a shank or a hook. Get off my case, Hayseed.
I knew it had something to do with cricket.
Yes.
But I don't know.
Maybe it's used to catch crickets around the house.
A sticky wicket, that's true. You could just, it's kind of like fly paper.
You got it.
All right. Well, I just wanted to clear that
Thanks
up.
a lot, buddy.
7:58. If you're tired of going to the same places for lunch, stay home. Cook something. Escape to the Arizona Biltmore and enjoy a champagne buffet luncheon. You'll savor the culinary creations of a celebrated chef to the accompaniment of a flowing fountain of champagne. To an atmosphere of surrounding flower gardens, citrus groves, and the Frank Lloyd Wright-inspired architecture. To an elegant escape from the ordinary, and it's just $5.95. The champagne buffet luncheon from 12 noon to 2:30. Every day in the Gold Room of the Arizona Biltmore. A brand new Biltmore tradition from Western International Hotels. Yes, sir.
Wings for just a light snack.
Thank you.
Billmore Motorhomes, Arizona's largest motorhome dealer, presents the $1,000 rebate. All you 77 and 78 executives, diplomats, La Palmas, Bluebirds, American Clippers, Browns, Chinooks, and Monacos included. Billmore has the most fantastic inventory of motorhomes in the state, but they won't last long. A $1,000 rebate to use as your down payment, or however you wish. Look for more in motorhomes. Billmore, and buy now during the $1,000 rebate sale. Billmore Motorhomes, 1412 North Scottsdale Road, just a mile north of the ASU campus. Offer good through October 2nd.
Get your sweatsuit on. We're off.
Little fly. Now the Heywood into the news with HG.
KOY News Center, this is H.G. Listiak with the 8 o'clock news on KOY Phoenix. Moshe Dayan, a war hero and the defense minister of Israel, is still neath the shadow of the Washington Monument. The man who could hold the key that would open the door to peace in the Middle East is holding a news conference hoping to warm the hearts of Americans. Dayan, who met with Jimmy Carter and his group yesterday, will be meeting with Congress today. Deadly gases and more news after this.
PBSW, pioneers in the business and school world.
PBSW Office Products has been serving the business world for over 50 years. We have been steadily progressing, growing with the growth of the communities we serve. PBSW now has 14 locations in 4 states, and PBSW can now offer you, our customer, the best prices, the best variety in merchandise, and the best sales staff to serve your needs. We call that progress in office products at PBSW.
Residents of two communities, one in Ohio, the other in Pennsylvania, were forced from their homes this morning in separate poison gas incidents. The entire population of Breezewood, Pennsylvania, had to move to safety when a tank truck caught fire, spreading sulfur dioxide through the community. Police began evacuating a large area of the east side of Mansfield, Ohio, when it was thought a canister of cyanide exploded in a fire at a metal plating firm. However, the evacuation was halted once authorities determined the canister hadn't exploded. Well, Burt Lance defenders seem to be stunned by some talk of suicide due to the money messes in the Lance family, and correspondent Pi Chamberlain has more on that story.
Senator Thomas Eagleton tried to destroy the credibility of staffers who testified Lance told them that a family suicide led to all his family's overdrafts at a bank he ran. The Missouri Democrat shouted at a Republican staffer, John Childers, noting that Childers had prepared a memo on various overdrafts.
Mr. Lance had flat out contradicted that and said that it was all attributable to the deceased brother of Mrs. Lance. That's what you want this committee to believe?
Yes, it is, Senator, and I am under oath, and that is what I want you to believe.
So I don't believe it.
Lance allegedly said the suicide was in 1974. The family overdraft began years earlier. Pi Chamberlain, Capitol Hill.
Arizona Congressman Mo Udall puts a bill into the mill on Capitol Hill. Now, this would speed up that great big oil pipeline network that would see Alaskan oil end up in the western states, including Arizona. The state's star witness, John Harvey Adamson, will probably be on the stand today as the Max Dunlap, James Robison trial goes on in our city. Adamson is the one who copped a plea that implicated the two in the murder of newsman Don Bowles. And beware, speedsters, out of Flagstaff, that new patrol team is working just south of Flag. They're cracking down on drivers who go past the 55-mile-an-hour limit. Authorities say the state average is now 67 miles an hour. And in this day of modern medicine, it seems almost ludicrous that we would see deadly cholera spreading, but it is in the Middle East. But what about cholera? Al Rossiter Jr. takes a look at that dreaded malady.
Cholera is becoming a major health problem in some parts of the Middle East, and recently an American citizen was hospitalized in Guam for what later was determined to be cholera. He had been traveling in the Philippines, where 15 cases of the long-feared disease had been reported. Nevertheless, the Center for Disease Control in Atlanta says the risk to tourists in the Philippines is small. Cholera is not transmitted directly from person to person, but is spread through contamination from human sewage. The Center for Disease Control says travelers to cholera-infected areas should avoid eating uncooked vegetables, unpeeled fruits, and raw seafood, and they should consume only carbonated bottled drinking water and other carbonated bottled beverages. They should not swim in water contaminated with sewage. The center says cholera vaccine is of limited effectiveness, but is recommended for high-risk groups that live and work in epidemic areas under less than sanitary conditions. Without treatment, severe cholera is often fatal, but with modern medicine, it is treated easily. Al Rossiter, Jr., Washington.
You're listening to KOY News at 8:05.
Next time you're headed east, fly with the Delta Professionals. Professionals like Steve Collins. Steve has been selling Delta tickets for 13 years, and he'll handle all of your travel needs. And Jim Highsaw, customer services agent. Jim works fast to get your flight out on time. Professionals like flight attendant Jan Arno. She's very good at her job, and she had to win out over 24 other fine applicants to get it. And Bob Rhodes, wine mechanic. Bob has been a Delta mechanic for 18 years, and he knows jets inside and out. All the Delta professionals are ready to take you to places like Dallas-Fort Worth, Shreveport, and Jackson. They've got 3 non-stops every day to Dallas-Fort Worth, a brunch, a lunch, and a dinner flight. They've got through jets and connecting flights to Jackson, Monroe, and Shreveport. So next trip, fly with the Delta professionals. Delta is ready when you are.
Despite all the flack lately, the director of the State Department of Corrections tells members of the House Appropriations panel that the state prison is well run. John Moran addressed the lawmakers after they took a tour of the prison. Moran told the legislators that while there are problems at the prison, we're doing the best job we can. The chairman of the committee, Tucson Republican Tom Goodwin, agreed with Moran, saying Arizona State Prison is as good a prison as you'll find anywhere in the country. People who think this place looks bad now should have seen it 2 years ago. End of quote. And this was even too much for London, the birthplace of kinkiness. A group of people trying to legalize sex between adults and consenting children held a meeting. The Bobbies had to escort them out of the hall as protesters packing placards that read "Bring Back Hanging" tried to get at the group. They were pelted with overripe fruit and eggs, with the police eventually smuggling them out the back way. None of the bankers of kitty sex were injured. One would say, unfortunately, if one could say that on the radio, but one won't, will one? In KOY Sports, the Phoenix Suns, hoping to bury the past like certain officials these days, are camped topped out now. Coach John McLeod is going with 3 centers this year. One of them is Double-A Alvin Adams. Alvin has a new contract and perhaps a little heat from rookie Bayard Forrest, but Alvin, who rarely does, isn't feeling any pressure.
Bayard will certainly be a factor, not on only me, but the whole team. I haven't seen him play much. I didn't play much here before the couple of weeks here at the Jewish Center before today, so I haven't seen him that much. They said he had a good summer league, I guess, and I'm sure another good guy's going to help us. I hear he's a good passer and a great team player, and that's the type of guys we're trying to get as were the other rookies that we got. And the big contract, whatever that means, is that just means hopefully I'm going to be here an additional more 3 years, and I know I'll certainly like that.
Phoenix likes that, too. Another crowd pleaser around here is Ronnie Lee, a guard who flits about the court like a hungry hummingbird. Ron feels the club will do well if the Suns stay healthy.
Well, everybody stays in shape this year. I think that we're getting to the playoffs. You know, other than that everybody stays in shape. I think last year, a couple of guys didn't come in shape, and, that's where the injuries cause us problems. But this year, I think everybody's ready for it, and I think we can really feel it this year.
Ron says he wants to improve his defense this season. Well, it's officially started, Mama. Every Monday night, you'll lose him to the home wrecker. Last night's curtain raiser saw Pittsburgh stomp, romp, and chomp San Francisco 27-0. And Frank Asbury rings down the curtain on his adventures this morning. Hello, Frank. How goes the chase?
Good morning, HG. The traffic on the Black Canyon Freeway southbound from about Glendale on down, still a little congested past Camelback Road. Other than that, there are no difficulties. Everything seems to be pretty nice on the Black Canyon, except for that one little pocket of congestion. The Central Corridor still quite heavy and congested from a point south of Missouri on 7th Street and Central Avenue down past Highland. 7th Avenue looks to be in pretty good shape right now. This report brought to you by Sawyer Aviation. Frank Asbury, KOY in the Sky.
Hurry to the door of a Whataburger store where a glass is waiting to be collected by you. Now, you can get Tiffany-style glasses at Whataburger. Every time you go to Whataburger and order the Coca-Cola Special, you'll not only get a big 16-ounce cup of refreshing Coke, you'll get a glass to go along with it for only 59 cents. It's a beautifully styled Spanish Tiffany Coke glass, and it's only at Whataburger. So hurry to Whataburger and get your Tiffany glass. And while you're there, have a Whataburger. Cooked to your order with everything you want. It'll be fresh and hot and good. But you better hurry. We've already started giving out the glasses. And the offer is good only while supply lasts at participating Whataburger stores. Whataburgers are great because they don't sit and wait. So you know it's true. We don't start without you. 16-ounce Coke in Tiffany-style glass. Only 59 cents at Whataburger.
Fascinated by a freshly found forecast favoring fall fashions, our master guesser, meteorologist Ed Phillips, is in the KOY Weather Center. How's it looking, Ed?
This morning, my colleagues at the National Weather Service put it poetically. As summer begins to wane, there's no sign of rain.
Good grief. They just do it all down there, don't they?
That's right. It will stay dry in Arizona. It'll even be a little cooler by the time autumn makes the scene this Thursday at 8:30 in the evening. There's a Pacific storm bringing rain to the California coast, but when she gets over here, all it's going to be left be a few clouds and some afternoon breezes. It'll look this way here in the valley, mostly sunny. It'll be breezy through tomorrow. High today about 98 or so. Tomorrow down to 95. We can leave the windows open at night because morning lows will still be down to about 68. We've got a beautiful clear morning at the Weather Center. Visibility 45 miles. I noticed that they've got 85-mile visibility in Yuma this hour. Some winds from the east at 10 miles an hour. It's 36% humid. Our low this morning was 67. Now it's 75 degrees. That's the valley weather. This is Ed Phillips.
Thank you very much, Ed, for the predictorial prose. From the KOY News Center, this is H.G. Listiak.
to me. That's Rita Coolidge. This bulletin just in from the government's economic index of rising prices. Free love is up a quarter. 8:15 at KOY. The Phoenix City Council has voted to award, we're going to have new Christmas decorations this year. Yes, 22 thou to have new Christmas decorations along Central Avenue for the holiday season. Now, the problem is, for the last 6 years, we've been using the old Fiesta Sunburst with the cactus and the Santa Claus with the sombrero. What do we do with those? We're open for suggestions. Some people suggested they be sold. The city will have a giant garage sale. And also suggested the city try to get help from the Phoenix City Chamber of Commerce, City Convention Bureau, and businesses in acquiring new decorations. But we do have 22 thou for new decorations this year. The problem we'll discuss in a minute, what to do with the old decorations. A ski adventure film designed to dazzle any sports enthusiast comes to Phoenix Tuesday, September 27th, as Frontier Airlines and Miller Brewing Company present Dick Barrymore's The High Free Ride at 6:45 and 9 p.m. at Symphony Hall. 90-minute color features about skiing and other free rides like surfing, kayaking, and hang gliding, but skiing is featured. Tickets for the High Free Ride may be obtained at the door for $3 or any Diamond Select-A seat. Tuesday, September 27th, Symphony Hall, 6:45 and 9 p.m. Presented by Frontier Airlines. Thank you, Sir Bill. All right, at KOY at 8:16 today. We're coming up with some clean things to do with our Christmas decorations. Right now, here's Kenny Nolan and My Eyes Get Furry.
I heard a poet say, its way, for soon the eyes can't hide, feeling so deep inside, but sitting here with you, I'm coming all unglued, for sure as I approach the fact you're in my arms, it's time to act. I turn to you, then I lose control. My eyes get blurry, then the tears come down. I try to tell you, but I don't know how to get the words out and say somehow I love you so. Darling, take a look. My heart's an open book. Just read between the lines. It's saying, please be mine. Yes, see this feeling's new. Please help me see it through. Mountain babe, I'll reach the top, I'll have it made, I'll say the things my heart wants to believe. My eyes get blurry, then the tears come down. I try to tell you, but I don't know how to get the words out and say somehow I love you so.
Get Furry. That's Kenny Nolan. That's new at 8:19 here at KOY.
You're the one. Another day is gone. morning, you gotta run. Don't feel like it's yawning.
Stop yawning and start your day right with a relaxed breakfast at McDonald's.
Enjoy your breakfast, take a while, turn your yawn into a smile. At McDonald's, we do it all for you.
McDonald's introduces Breakfast Bingo. Now through November 11th, play Breakfast Bingo for free breakfasts. Details available at all participating Phoenix area McDonald's.
Sherwin-Williams in Metro Village is your one-stop decorating center, and listen to the specials. Save 20% on area rugs. Artificial grass is on sale for just $3.99. Save 25% on drapery fabrics. Buy one roll of in-stock grass cloth at the regular price. Get the second roll for a penny. Save $2 a gallon on mellow tone interior flat latex wall paint and $3 a gallon on Touch One latex paint. Save 25% on woven woods and Louvre blinds. The savings are now at Sherwin-Williams, 10202 Metro Parkway West, across from Metro Center.
8:20 at KOI. I just got word that Idi Amin's regime today banned 27 religious groups, including the Baptist Mission, the Salvation Army, and the Seventh-day Adventists. It's true, the groups were banned for what Radio Kampala called activities not conducive to the security of Uganda. We'll be back with more news in just a moment.
You'll want to be listening tonight on our new news block from 6 p.m. to 12 midnight. Featuring Linda Gonzalez, Armando Fettuccini, and Hassan Abdeen Mohammed, with our exclusive minority report featuring David Smith.
Bill Heywood in the morning. It's Sweet William in the morning. Sent by Phoenix, KOY.
This just in, Idi Amin and his troops have just invaded the beaches of Gilligan's Island.
Autumn days, lying on a bed of leaves, watching clouds up through the trees. You said our love was more than time, but it's colder now. The trees are bare and the nights are long. I can't get warm since you've been gone, and I can't stop singing sad songs. Where do I go from here? Tell me, where do I go from here? You said you'd take me through the years, so where do I go from here? Lovers' plans, like falling leaves on windy days, flutter past and they fly away. I thought I knew you oh so well, and I need you now. I need to feel you in the night. I need you smiling so warm and bright. I wish my mind could let you go. Where do I go from here? Tell me, where do I go from here? You said you'd take me through the years, so where do I go from here? Where do I go from here? Tell me, where do I go from here? You said you'd take me through the years, so where do I go from here? Where do I go from here? Tell me, where do I go?
England Dan and John Ford asking the musical question, to hold his pants up. On KOY, 77 degrees at KOY. Shirley Temple, Forehead White, is here with a poem momentarily.
Welcome to the Shipstads and Johnson Ice Follies. Did you know that Big Bird can ice skate?
I didn't know that.
Have you ever fed a Cookie Monster?
Can I?
Can you just imagine how funny Bert and Ernie must look on ice? All your Sesame Street favorites are just waiting for you and skating for you in the funniest, familiest show on ice. Shipstads and Johnson Ice Follies, just perfect for kids. And kids like us.
Could we come back again tomorrow?
All new Ice Follies opens Tuesday, September 27th at the Arizona Coliseum in Phoenix. Get your tickets today.
The trucks are rolling with over $1 million in sale merchandise for this week's special sale at all Skaggs drug centers. This week, Skaggs is featuring Scott towels, still the heaviest roll you can buy, and Family Scott 4-roll bathroom tissue at special reduced prices. You'll also save on Scotty's 200-count facial tissue right now at all Skaggs drug centers. And save again by redeeming your Scott manufacturer coupons at all Skaggs stores. Remember, Valley shoppers save more at Skaggs drug centers. Fa la 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 la. I'm just reading a story about the new Christmas decorations. I'm getting in the mood. Deck the halls with Paul and Molly. Fa la 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 la. The weather today will be snow and a high of 42, a low of 26 below tonight. It's 77 at KOY right now. It's going to be about 98 and 100 or so next summer. Low in the upper 60s. Ed Phillips, our KOY weather guy, is really on top of things. There's a little humidity out there today, Ed, and he said, yes, it's outside. That's where it belongs. Right on top of things. 8:26 right now at KOY. Shirley Temple, Forehand White, has a story about cookies this morning. A couple of Scottsdale woman was arrested in Atlantic City for eating cookies on the beach.
Yes,
I understand.
Mr. Heywood.
And so we have a poem about that lady and her cookies.
If you go on a summer trip to New York's Ocean Beach, I give to you this handy tip. Keep your cookies out of reach. It's hard, but understand that food's illegal on the street, and you must keep all your goods inside your house to eat. If you don't heed my warning, the consequences hurt. Because of yummy gnawing, jail's your just dessert. If the Cookie Monster's there one day and a chocolate chip he fumbles, he will have a fine to pay. That's how the cookie crumbles. I've been cheated, been mistreated. When will I be loved? I've been put down, I've been pushed round. When will I be loved? When I find the new man that I want for mine, all will break my heart too. It happens every time. I've been made blue, I've been lied to. When will I be
When will I be loved? Here with curb service at KOY. That's Linda Ronstadt.
Just when you expected food prices to go up again, Lucky does the unexpected. Lucky is reducing prices on over 1,500 food items. New lower prices on basic foods like cereals, canned fruits, vegetables, things you buy most often. And these aren't just one-day or one-week specials. Lucky Discount Supermarkets lowers over 1,500 prices. Come to Lucky. See what discount is all about.
The new Joker's Wild, the new Newlywed Game, and Let's Make a Deal. They're all new for you on TV5. Now, weekday afternoons beginning at 2. Enjoy 90 minutes of fun and games where contestants compete for big money and great prizes. First, Jack Barry in a witty, fast-moving half hour on The Joker's Wild. Then Bob Eubanks hosts the Newlywed Game, followed by Monty Hall with one of TV's zaniest fun shows, Let's Make a Deal. Entertainment that's part of your life, and it's new for you on TV5. KOY 830.
In the news this morning, Maricopa County Supervisor Henry Hawes has asked the county attorney for an opinion on the legality of a new state law giving the county's authority to regulate massage parlors. That just in, which leads me to another story from what they're doing in Houston. They have declared that all massage parlor employees must complete a one-year college-level course in human anatomy or physiology. Is that what I write? It's physiology. Anybody who flunks has to take a course in remedial rubbing right away. Bert Lance is in the news this morning. Bert says he didn't personally benefit when his Georgia bank made a large deposit in a bank in Chicago, but he is having a little hard time explaining the 1,000 toasters in the basement. Film at 4.
Are we really happy here with this lonely game we play? Looking for words to say, searching but not finding understanding anywhere. Lost in a masquerade. Both afraid to say we're just too far away from being close together from the start. We tried to talk it over, but the words got in the way. We're lost inside this lonely game we play. Hearts are weeping, disappear every time I see your eyes. No matter how hard I try, to understand the reasons that we carry on this way. Lost in a
Georgie Benson, Masquerade. Big hit by Leon Russell. 76, KOY 834. We're very sorry about the Scottsdale Community College. They have to forfeit their first 2 football games. Of course, they're known as the Artichokes now, you know.
Fortunately, they lost both.
They lost. Pardon me? They did lose both games, no. So it's a little bit easier to forfeit the games. But the head coach out there, Old John, says the results from he had a little misunderstanding about the eligibility concerning a couple of transfer students. He didn't realize they, you know, everybody feels bad enough already, so he said that he's just going to have to forfeit both games. Just didn't understand about a couple of transfer students. One was named Fran Tarkington, and the other was, I think it was Merlin Olson.
Welcome aboard TWA's Wide Body 1011. It's built for comfort.
Diane Hillo, TWA flight attendant.
Its seats and coach are extra wide with special thick cushioning, and you have more room to walk around. Because on TWA, we don't clutter the aisles with meal carts.
Captain Larry DeCellis, TWA pilot.
Our wide-body 1011 has quiet Rolls-Royce engines and the most advanced flight control system in commercial aviation, so its flights are incredibly smooth.
TWA's wide-body 1011 to Chicago. It's built for comfort.
Welcome to the Shipstads & Johnson Ice Follies. Did you know that Big Bird can ice skate?
I didn't know that.
Have you ever fed a Cookie Monster?
Can I?
Can you just imagine how funny Bert and Ernie must look on ice? All your Sesame Street favorites are just waiting for you and skating for you in the funniest, familiest show on ice. Shipstads & Johnson Ice Follies, just perfect for kids.
Meet Cookie Monster at your nearest J.C. Penney store. Consult Penney's ad in Tuesday's Republican Gazette for times and locations. KOY 835, Jimmy Weatherly.
It's hard being on the road day after day, constantly living in an unfamiliar way. God knows I miss you and I wish you didn't have to stay so far behind. But living don't come easy, so I'll push my way home through, just like any man I do and what I have to do. Wishing all alone that I could be at home with you come supper time. Just knowing that tomorrow is a new day. With every new day sunrise, I'm closer to the one that I love true. All that keeps me singing is the ringing of each mile of this old highway. Each mile I leave behind is another mile I'm closer to you. Coffee shops and truck stops have become like second homes, but you're not there to fill my cup and I feel so alone. The night when I'm on stage and I'm singing my last song, I'll think about you. Cause when that song is over and they ring the curtain down, when the crowds have all gone home and silence is the only sound, once again I'll find myself alone in some strange town without you. And all that keeps me going is just knowing that tomorrow is a new day. Every new day sunrise, I'm closer to the one that I love true. All that keeps me singing is the ringing of each mile of this old highway. 'Cause each mile I leave behind is another mile I'm closer to you.
And that's Jimmy Weatherly at KOY, all that keeps me going. Yes. Well, you probably saw yesterday, I saw it on television last night, the world's most expensive private car took the road. It's a Rolls-Royce. It's gold-plated, velvet upholstered, dual air-conditioned. The boss here at KOY traded that in just recently. It was purchased by a Persian Gulf businessman for only $146,125. Of course, that doesn't include wire wheels, which they have. It's a similar car to the one completed as a Silver Jubilee gift from the British motor industry to Queen Elizabeth, but His has everything possible on it. The Queen is a little bit less. It was about $34,000 cheaper. Went by the Rolls-Royce plant this summer out in England. It does not have bulletproof bodywork on it, but it does have a gold-plated Flying Lady hood ornament that has its own burglar alarm and also has an 11-inch television, a cocktail bar, an intercom, special stereo radio cabinet, and the chauffeur sits on green leather, and the passengers sit on green velvet. Took 60 men 1 year to build it, so that'll be good. Probably trade that in for a Honda CVC when... No, it gets 10 miles to the gallon, which isn't too bad, really. 10 miles to the gallon.
That's a gallon of oil.
A gallon of oil every... No, 10 miles a gallon is not bad for a car like that, because... the thing is, once gasoline gets to $1 a gallon, see, then we'll have all the gasoline we want. Follow? Right, okay, keep that in mind, folks. 8:40 this morning.
Just a song before I go, to whom it may concern.